I think I should just record all my videos like this. You think my ratings would go up? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's StepsBasic, and welcome back to the Comfy Cozy Community Show. Yeah, okay, now I know. Eventually, we'll go back to doing this on the weekends, or Fridays probably. But, for now, we're going to do it on Mondays because that's where we were at. That's what we're comfortable with. That's what we've been doing. But anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. So, first of all, question of the day. Is there any foods that you cannot eat that's not related to allergies? And I'm talking about like such an extreme dislike of the food that it really just puts you off. Let me know that in the comment section down there. And as far as comments for this week, I honestly don't think I've got any, or at least not a whole lot. Sorry, by the way, I missed basically all of last week. I'll explain that in a bit. I had a friend of mine, Shadow Cookie, long time friend of the channel. I'm sure that this time it'll last a lot longer because we were talking about my car without causing any issues. Unfortunately, because of the accident, yeah. That was the only comment in the last week. Comment more, people. I'd like to answer your comments. But anyway, thank you, Shadow Cookie, my good friend from Germany, for that comment. So today, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So today's topic is an interesting one. It's brought on by a recent video done by the Markiplier fella. He was doing a review of Icelandic candies. Now, I'm not going to talk about Icelandic candies because I've never had Icelandic candy. Well, that's not true, actually. Some of the candies in that video I'd actually had before. And but anyway, not important. That prompted me to think about one of the funniest things in my childhood. Now, being that I come from a poor family and a poor background and was raised poor and whatnot, when I got money, I tended to spend it as quick as possible. Don't ask me why. That's a poor person mentality, but it's whatever. Not getting into discussions of economics, but that's what would happen. And generally, I would never spend it on things that would last. I was always spending it on junk food, and it was fun. Back in my day, we could go to the corner store and spend $1 and get 100 candies, depending on where you were in the country and what candies you were getting. But, I love to get those Bazooka Joe bubble gums. Come in with $1, boom, walk out with 100 Bazooka Joe. Bam, I'm set for life, son. And then, of course, there were times when, the prices went up and $1 wouldn't go as far as it used to go anymore. Again, not talking economics. We're talking about a funny story. But every once in a while, I would get my hands on some cash. Either I did an odd job around the neighborhood, or I got some money from my grandparents or whatnot, and I'd get a little bit of cash, a little bit of pocket money, a little bit of spending, folding stuff. And I took that money to the nearest Walmart and purchased myself a confectionery, some candies, as it were. And I loved candy. And specifically, there were two in particular that I ruined for myself. And that's what this story is kind of about, is, how I can't eat black licorice anymore. Hence the question of the day, obviously. I can't eat black licorice anymore. Now, this is a pretty quick story. There's not a whole lot to go into it. Basically, I bought so much black licorice and circus peanuts that if you don't know what circus peanuts, they're basically like packing peanuts, but actually candy-ish. That's basically what they are. They are foam. But they're good. I used to like them anyway. But I bought myself a couple of bags of circus peanuts and black licorice, and I binged on them. I ate both of them to the point where I made myself sick. Yes, children and adults who never tested this theory, you can eat so much sweets that you will make yourself sick, and I did. And I threw up so badly, like projectile vomiting. It was everywhere. And the worst part is, it tasted like black licorice and circus peanuts. Oh my God, that was the worst. I used to love black licorice and circus peanuts. Now, because of that incident, which was so bad, I if I catch a whiff of either circus peanuts or black licorice, or well, I guess technically it'd just be licorice because Americans being what they are and whatnot, called also the red vines and stuff or just red licorice, and so we always anyway. That's a long discussion. I'll get into it in just a moment. But anyway, if I smell a whiff of those things, I actually get physically sick. Like I will gag. I will. And what's funny is I have a particularly strong stomach. I can take a lot of beating in my stomach. I have eaten my fair share of gross things. I was Mikey at one point, if you get that reference. Mikey will eat anything, and I would eat anything. But after that, if I caught a whiff of the smell of those things, I couldn't. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. And it took me a long time to actually get over that. I'm actually to the point where I can smell it now without getting sick, but it did take me a long time to get over that. And honestly, it took, I wanted to introduce them to my kiddo. I wanted my kid to know what they tasted like, because I particularly liked them when I was a kid, and I didn't want my unfortunate escapades with them to ruin that for my kid. So, introduce them to my kid, and I'm like, okay, I can actually smell them now without getting sick. But I tried to eat one, and it still made me a little nauseous. I'm still not there yet. I'm getting there. I'm healing. But let's talk about that now that I'm thinking about it. A lot of adults my age probably are recovering or have already recovered from the fact that black licorice is licorice. And the cherry red vines that we got were not licorice, but they called them licorice. And I grew up thinking that there was licorice and then black licorice. And I still to this day call it black licorice, which is funny because black licorice is the licorice. Now what's interesting is if you smell the spice anise or anise, A-N-I-S-E, it smells like licorice. And I think that's how it's made. I don't know. But interestingly enough, and I'm going to do a deep dive onto this at some point, but I looked up yesterday because when I associate licorice, I always think of Scandinavian countries, things like Denmark and Holland and all that stuff up there. And that's how I associate it. And I looked it up last night and I got back 4 different countries as the origin point of, or 4 different regions as the origin point of licorice. And that was the top 4 results on Google. I'm like, what? Huh? One of those was Holland, though, so I'm, I guess. Anyway, that's a weird side tangent. My bad. My apologies. That's a quick announcement, or a quick video. On to announcements today. Sorry, it's a bit of a shorter video. I thought this was going to go longer, but honestly, after I started talking, I realized that's a very short topic. Anyway, announcements. Today, I have actually got a full week of content for y'all. I have been diligently working. Even last week when I didn't work, I was working. I have a full week of content for you, and I'm going to be putting it all together. We have started the DreadX Collection 5, and I'm excited to play that one because I liked it. And I'm about to start the 8th episode, or the 8th video of it, the 8th game within it. It's actually would be the 7th video. No, 6th video. It'll be the 6th video. I'm about to start the 8th game. It'll be the 6th video. Blah. I actually had to rage quit one of the games in it, and I might talk about that on another episode. But I don't usually rage quit those games, but that one just, oh my God. It was janky. It was so janky and so annoying. But oh my God. I'll talk about it after I've done the video for it. After I put the video up for it. But oh my God, that was so annoying. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I've got. Remember, the question of the day is there any candy or food that, aside from allergies, you just can't eat? Maybe you've ruined it for yourself. Leave that comment down in the comment section down below. Welcome back to the new week. And we're going to be starting February here pretty soon. And yeah, that's going to be it for me for today. Thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of the Comfy Cozy Community Show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go and poke that like button for me. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, you're more than welcome to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. When I can, if I can, you know all that jazz. And tune in next time for another topic, another time. And until then, good night.